If you wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning every single day, and you are watching the news and you have, let's say, a scanner that will show you, again, some of the best press releases, there's almost, I would say, an 80 to 85% chance that you're going to be successful. You know why? Because the majority of people aren't going to wake up early. Majority of people are going to sleep in every single day. If you want to talk about 80% of people who fail, that comes down to people wake up at 9:30 and say, hey, what's going on in the stock market? People who show up every single day at 10 o'clock, 10:30 and say, what's going on? Well, the play already happened.
It's over.
In stock trading, the early bird truly does get the worm. Because if we have a press release that says, hey, we have just discovered how we're going to cure this rare disease. If I see that at 7 in the morning, I'm jumping in on it. Then someone who wakes up at 7:45, they jump in on it. Then someone who wakes up at 8 o'clock, 8:15, 8:45, 9 o'clock, they all start jumping in on it. And since I bought in low, every single time someone buys in, the price goes higher and higher, which makes, again, my shares currently more valuable.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course.
Because I'm always curious, right?
Yeah.
So pre-market, you're an advocate for pre-market, clearly,
I love
right?
pre-market, yeah.
So people that utilize, and this is where I think there's always a fear, right? Because like you get the TikTok people, you get the, and I call them TikTok people because if you literally go on TikTok, every 2 seconds, it's a 14-year-old that uses Robinhood to trade.
Yeah.
Robinhood doesn't allow you to do pre-market trading. Well, it does, but you can make your trades at 9 o'clock, but they don't hit anything until 9:30, and you have to buy them at the market price.
I believe they just changed to 8 a.m. I believe they just changed.
Because that's why I'm always curious. I'm like, well, you do pre-market, in theory, I mean, if you're trading, going through it, you shouldn't be trading on Robinhood. You should be utilizing like a brokerage where you're able to see everything in front of your face, right?
Yeah.
It's like you use Lightspeed, things like that. But that idea of getting in early, like it's smart to do it through like a full-fledged brokerage and have all your charts and everything you need in front of you, correct?
I understand not everyone can just sit in front of a computer all day. I understand that people have work, people have jobs. They can't just say, all right, I'm going to wake up and just sit in front of my desktop all day. But if you can be in front of a laptop, if you can be in front of a desktop, I definitely support it over a phone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Because it's much easier to be able to move a mouse and be able to type in things rather than going from page to page on your phone and trying to get in and out. You can't watch against certain indicators, level 2s, different tools you may need. So on a desktop, I could see the news scanner. I could see a level 2. I could be able to see my charts. I could be able to, type in, the entries and exits that I want. But it really comes down, as we talked about, to sacrifice sleep for profit. And that's something I always think about every single morning when I wake up. Let's say at 7 o'clock in the morning, I walk into your room and I start saying, Ralph, wake up right now. You're going to turn to me and you're going to say, how the heck did you get in here? But you're also going to say, how the heck did you get in here? But I'm also going to say, if you wake up right now, I'll give you $500. I can guarantee every single person would jump out of their bed.
I'd make you a cup of coffee. Are you kidding me?
Every single person would jump out of bed. But people don't think about that. You got to think about perspective. If you get up at 7 in the morning, the best press release may be at 7 o'clock. The best press release may be at 7:30. The best press release may be at 8 o'clock. But this is what happens. People get inspired when I say this and they say, you know what? I'm going to start waking up early. I'm going to watch the news and I'm going to find that best play, just like, again, Sean Dekmar said, and I'm going to be able to make the most money possible. But maybe that day that you wake up, there is no big hot press release. And then you just say, man, I just woke up super early for no reason. And then the next day, maybe again, there is no, or maybe they missed out on it and they say, man, I just wake up for no reason. So now they sleep in the next day. They say, okay, it wouldn't hurt if I go to 8:30. And then you get in that bad habit of just sleeping in again and again and again. It's almost like, again, you want to lose weight. You want to get into fitness. You start going, let's say 1, 2, 3 days in a row. But then you say, let me dive into a little bit of that brownie. Not going to hurt. Then you got 2 brownies. Then you got 10 brownies. And then you're kind of back to where you started. So you have to get into that habit of waking up early. Now, I know the West Coast traders right now are saying to themselves,
I ain't waking up at 5 o'clock.
You don't understand, Dek. You're on the East Coast.
For the record, when Dek used to come out and visit me in LA and used to stay in my apartment, I used to hate the fact that he'd be up at 4:30 in the morning pacing around my apartment getting ready, and I'd be sitting here like, I have work to go. I have to go to the film set.
I did it.
And he's over here at 4 o'clock in the morning just like getting fired up, looking in the mirror like, let's go. And I'm like, this is insanity. So he is a when he says he does it, I promise you, he actually does it. It's a real thing.
Because stock trading and day trading, you're not supposed to be in front of your computer for 12 hours a day. That's why we do it. That's why we love it. That's why we fall in love with this job, because we want to have that financial freedom. How awesome would it be if you could really just work from 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock to 9:30, and then you go out and enjoy your life? That's why, again, people get involved in stock trading and day trading.